Hi guys, Luke from Lucas Cars. Today you joined in my project car today, which is a 350Z drift car. I'm pretty excited to show this off. I've had it for just under a week now, and yeah, I don't really know how to start, to be honest with it. It's something I sort of wanted for a while. We're swaying between an S14 or a 350. The S14 I feel like it's a bit of a cooler car, but 350 is a bit easier I think to practice with. Engine should be more reliable and should be a bit more cost effective. As you can see, this has kind of had basically everything it needs to have done to it to start off with. It will add more to, obviously, body kits and cool paint jobs and everything like that, but to start with I think it's a pretty cool thing to have off the bat, really. So obviously we've got cool hydro handbrake. You can't see it, you can see it coming to frame there. Normal handbrake, obviously, gear stick, which I'll show you. I'll insert basically little video clips as I speak throughout this video, really, to keep the audio good, so I'm same distance, and hopefully it looks quite nice to watch. Hopefully, I don't know, depends how I put it together. But yeah. So with the car, I don't really know how to start with. I guess we'll go from the front of the car and I'll sort of talk the way back. I'll insert clips as we go through as I'm talking, so you can hopefully see what I'm on about, really. Yeah, so at the front we've got the really cool bumper. Well, we've got the standard bumper at the front, which has got a little lip on the bottom. It's a bit battered and everything, which you'd expect from a drift car. Underneath that we've got the really cool tubed bash bar. Has seen better days, but I mean, I'm going to repaint it and hopefully make it look a bit spicier. Probably red to match the roll cage, because there's a bit of a red theme going on with this car. Might as well jump to the roll cage if I mentioned it, to be honest. Full roll cage, double like tubed, I don't know what you'd call it, on like the sides. It's like really cool when you get in it. It's like a real race car. I mean, yeah, that's really nice. A big selling feature to the car, to be honest, because I mean, when you enter BDC and all them sort of pro league things in the UK, you need proper cages in it. That is kind of, I might as well add that in now, as I've kind of mentioned that as I'm spiraling off things. But the whole plan with this is to learn to drift in it, and then hopefully, I think it's Drift Cup, then you're into Pro 2, and then it's like BDC. Obviously this isn't BDC or probably even Pro 2 really ready, but Drift Cup it might be alright. I mean, I need to obviously get practice, so it could be like a year or a year and a bit until I can get into Drift Cup, if I can do well at it. There's a lot of ifs and buts or whatever, but it's kind of where I want to be. It's where I'm aiming at. Hopefully I can just sort of film the whole progress. Hopefully you guys are interested to see how we get on from going young youth with the Corsa to now 350 drift car. Hopefully trying to compete. I mean, that's the plan, but we shall see how that goes. The rest of the car anyway, as we're going on through the list of whatever it is. Carbon wrap bonnet, not the most exciting thing in the world. It actually looks okay, it's grown on me. When I first saw it I was like, it's another carbon wrap bonnet. I mean, everyone does it, it's quite a popular thing rather than people buying actual carbon bonnets, but it's done quite well. It's an alright finish, it's not that matte finish, it's kind of glossy, so it looks presentable for now until I need to sort the car out to where I want it to look. So it doesn't bother me too much, it's not too much of an eyesore, so that's okay. Got the cool little bonnet pins as well, so you just pop them out and then bonnet's all right. Just convenient, really. I think most people that take track cars or anything like that on track, you kind of have them just for the use. In the engine bay, it's pretty much standard. We have a Mishimoto air intake. I think they only do one for the 350, or for this one anyway, because it's the older one, so it's just as the one main air intake. So that's what that's got. I don't know how much power they had, to be honest. Probably not a lot. It's NA, so maybe like 5 to 10 horsepower if you're really generous, but it looks cool. That's all that matters, is it looks. Yeah, so that's the engine bay really done. To the sides of the car, big thing on this car as well, I've not mentioned this yet, it's got a wrap on it as well, which I was also going to take that off, but I haven't taken it off yet. I took all the stickers off because there's a lot of branding on it for like the people that I bought off like their garage and other things that relate to them. Like, but I have the tyres ones on because there's them tyres in the back of the car at the minute. But like they had other ones for things they liked, like how you put stickers on your car for things you're interested in. So I've took all them off and it's just basically the plain wrap now. Which yeah, it looks alright, I think. I'm not too like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I think it looks alright. I've got Lucas car stickers coming anyway this weekend, so I'll be putting them on, hopefully making it look a bit better, or just put my branding on it basically, and then in the long run it will get like a full respray or wrap. I have no idea which way I'm going yet. Depends on how much everything costs and all that, and I need to learn to drive the car like properly before spending loads of pennies on making it look pretty, which isn't the priority. What else have we got? So we've got the over fenders on the back as well, which you've seen in black. I think that's just to sort of hide battle scars and stuff in the car, to be honest, because they don't look wider. They could be wider, but they don't look wider, so I think they're just, I don't mind them, they're alright. I mean, it looks a bit odd because it's mixed matchy colours, but I mean, it's a drift car, so it doesn't bother me. I'm very like I understand that drift cars aren't meant to be pristine. Obviously you can get them to that level, which we will eventually, but for a base sort of starter it's not too bad. So they'll be staying black, to be honest, for a bit until I can be asked to get them painted or wrapped. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, to be fair. They just stay at the back. The wheels on the car, rotor wheels, can't remember what they're called, to be honest. I could have looked it up and told you, but I didn't basically. I remember when I got on the Driftworks website, there's like 3 rotor wheels I ever see that pop up, and they're just one of them. They're just the 5-spoke design. If you're looking for them, you find them quite easily, to be honest. Don't think they're too expensive either, so if you do want a pair, then you could probably get yourself some. Don't know the offsets or the widths or anything of them, to be honest, either, so I can't really give out any of that information because I haven't really looked. I mean, I had the tyre sizes, but I can't remember them. It might have been like 235 by 40s, by 18 on the front, possibly. The backs, I've no idea, ish, maybe. I think they were 265 by something on the back. They're really big anyway. They're like massive wheels, which you'd expect on a 350. Not going to run these wheels actually for drifting on the back, not yet at least anyway, so I've got loads of, as you see in the back, I've got loads of spare wheels. Well, I've got 3 in the back, and I've also got 3 of the wheels that I got with the car, which is really cool, which they're the forged rays that you get with the 350 as standard. I don't know if they're an optional extra or if they're just, you get them with every 350, because I've seen them with some other wheels as well, standard, but I mean, it's a cool thing to also get, so I've got some extra skid wheels. To be a bit cheaper on tyres, because obviously these are going to shred tyres, with it being like almost, it's around 300, I think it might be like a bit less, but I mean it's plenty of power to get the wheel spinning. Speaking of the wheel spinning, it also has a lock differential, obviously, drift car. When I first left the garage in this, I mean, it was very interesting because it was wet and it was like just spinning. It was, yeah, it's an exciting experience really. Did have to get the gas low on the trailer though, because I didn't really want to have to, yeah, I was a bit scared trying to drive on the trailer and zooming off or whatever, so yeah. Next on the car as well, so we've gone through the livery, we've gone through the front bumper, engine bay, round to the back, obviously half cut bumpers. I think a lot of people do with drift cars. I don't mind the look of it, to be honest. I think it looks okay. I mean, it'll look a bit better with, I think, with the tube rear bash bar, which is something that I do want to get my hands on at some point. A little bit pricey, but I should be able to find one. I think I'll pick one of those up in the soon future. English, yeah, we'll go with that. But exhaust, that is a very cool thing on this car. Don't know what brand it is, so I can't tell you that, because I don't know. I've looked on the side of it. Usually it'd say like HKS or it'd say whatever it is on the side of the exhaust, but it doesn't for some reason. It might have it somewhere on the whole system. It looks like a straight pipe, to be honest. Well, it's obviously got the centre box bit, not centre, the rear muffler bit, I don't know what you call it, the rear muffler bit anyway. That's the bit that does the slight sound, doesn't it? But this car's very loud. I would show you, but I don't want to like upset my neighbours, because I mean, when I first got it I was doing a couple of revs in it and pops and all that, and yeah, I don't want to upset them, to be fair. So I'll get some clips though, because we've got a track day coming up end of the month, so I'll be able to like show you obviously all the sound clips you could want then, and all the driving lovely clips. Got like cool GoPro mounts like in the middle, some on the side. I also got my other mounts that I own as well that I can put on the windscreen or whatever to get all the cool angles. So it should be quite a good experience. I keep veering off topic massively. I don't really, there's so much to cover on the car, I probably forget things, to be honest. Bucket seats, I haven't mentioned the bucket seats. This one's a really nice bucket seat. It's a Driftworks one, as you can see there. I think they're Cobra, whatever it is, Cobra seat, something like that, but obviously Driftworks brand them together, or they do a collab, I don't know what it's classed as, but these are really nice seats. It's obviously got the side bolsters on it, which is something, I've never actually sat in buckets with side bolsters. These aren't too bad because they have the holes in so you can see through them, but obviously with a helmet it'd be quite nice, I suppose, so you don't smash your head off anything. They just sort of just keep shredding. The other seats are Brimarco one, yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know how you say it, to be honest. It's basically a cheap bucket seat. I mean, I'm not sat in it, so it doesn't really affect me too much. I might get a nice one eventually, but like I said, I'm going to mainly focus on the whole learning to drive it, spending money on tyres and stuff the car needs, rather than just making it look pretty, because I can do that at a later date really. I don't know what else I need to really mention on the inside. It's kind of, I mean, it's stripped out, proper like race car sort of thing. Got the padding on the cage so you don't injure yourself. I bought new padding for that to make it a bit nicer, because it's blue at the minute and blue doesn't go with anything, so I've got some just black padding to put in. Obviously no door cards. You can get race door cards, but I mean, there's no point spending like £100 odd on some race door cards when I could buy a set of tyres, which I could use, so basically a lot of the money at the minute is going towards tyres, and then I've also got some other bits on the way, which I'm not going to say yet until I've got them and doing a video on them, just because, yeah, I'll do that. Surprise, wow. Ooh. That's sort of, oh, ducktail. We've got a ducktail spoiler on the car as well, which I also didn't like when I first bought the car. I just thought it looked a bit odd, but I think it's because it's black, and there's a lot of just random black plastic pieces on the car, but I mean, it looks a bit better now that I've sort of looked at the car more, and obviously I've just got used to seeing it. I don't think I'll colour match it, to be honest, at the minute. I mean, like I said, visuals isn't a priority. It looks okay though, I think. I don't really mind it. It's adds something to the back rather than just being the big flat. I mean, yeah, the 350s are a bit round at the back, so I mean, it adds something to it. But I think that covers generally the whole sort of car, relatively. Suspension wise, it is on lowering springs. I have no idea what they are. They're green, so I'm guessing they're the one that begin with a T, but I can't remember what that's actually called. Could have looked into this as well and tried to give you some actual knowledge on it, but yeah, I didn't. So there you go. I don't really do car parts. I kind of just visuals and driving experience is kind of what I try and focus at. But we're learning. This is why I got a project car, so we can learn how to do car things and parts and that. So it should be really exciting. I mean, it's going to be a big learning thing for me. Hopefully you guys are interested in watching my whole journey, really, from going from, I mean, my mechanical knowledge is pretty shite, to be honest. I don't really do things on cars at all. It's surprising because I do a car YouTube channel, so but we're learning, so we're going to learn how to do everything. Oil changes on the list as well to do. I've never done one in my life. I watched someone do one once. I mean, it looks pretty simple, but it's actually simple in doing it. I mean, literally just pull a plug out and it runs out, and they pour more in and change the oil filter. But I mean, things I'm learning by watching videos and stuff, so I watch YouTube videos to make YouTube videos on it. But yeah, I mean, it should be good. I mean, I'm excited to actually get this car out on track and see what it's like to drive. I mean, I've only drove it a very short amount to get it from trailer and sort of off and moving on the drive, and it's very cool, extremely loud. The clutch is super aggressive. It was on about the clutch to me when I bought it. It's something paddle clutch. I don't actually know what that means, but I mean, it's brand new and it's some sporty clutch thing. So yeah, I mean, it makes it difficult to drive, but race cars. All these things we've got to learn though. So I'm just a bit new drifting at the minute. I've kind of just jumped in at the deep end and see how we get on, really. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully the cinematic bits I've added in have been sort of okay to help tell the story of me talking about the car. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it's exciting. It's an exciting new adventure for Lucas Cars in itself. 'Cause I mean, I haven't really done any builds as such on the channel or anything. I've done like little video clips of me filming my mates' cars when they've got new bits. Mainly Craig, because he tends to do a fair bit to his car, and some other mates. But now I've actually got something on my own for the channel, for you guys to actually do stuff too. If you want me, anything that you want to see on the car, you want me to see do to the car, comment down below and we can see what we can do, really, because this is for the channel, really. It's not just my car, it's the channel's car, because I mean, the YouTube sort of helps fund it a little bit, not massively, but helps a little bit. So without you guys, I mean, this wouldn't be fully possible. I'd probably still do it, to be honest, but I'd just be a bit poorer. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting. New things to come, race car, vroom vroom, skirt skirt. But yeah, I'm just excited to get on track, really, and just do more bits to the car, make it look pretty, make it my own. Hopefully get good at drifting, that's the plan. I mean, I do a lot of sim drifting. I don't know how well that's going to translate across, but we shall see, I guess. Rather go really well or really bad, hopefully really well. But yeah, until next time. Next video on this car will probably be prep, really, because we've got 2 weeks to sort the car out before it actually goes on track. So I've got to get all my tyres ordered and oil. I've already ordered all the oil and the extra bits that I need before I go on track, which I'll film all the clips on them, not obviously on this video, it'll be on a separate video leading up to that. But it should be quite exciting, something to look forward to for me anyway. Maybe you guys as well, you want to see how I do. You might want to see me be like, oh, he's going to bin it. Hopefully not. I mean, that wouldn't be good, but nah, I think it'll be alright, yeah. Anyway, until next time, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's not been too much of me ranting. There's a lot to cover, so I mean, it's me trying to think on the spot of, oh, have I covered that. I'll probably be editing this and be like, I've missed that out, but yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Until next time, the next update on the 350 build. See you later, guys.